In 4 days, the Khaos Reigns expansion pack for Mortal Kombat 1 will be dropping. In anticipation of its release, NetherRealm Studios released a launch trailer. I break down all the details, the moves, the modes, skins, etc. So let's get to it. So first up, let's talk about as the story goes, what the story continuing, right? The whole point of the expansion pack like this, just like Aftermath, is to kind of progress the story forward and give us new details. So as reported by Games Press, because they kind of summarize it all nice and neat for us, Khaos Reigns continues a cinematic narrative centered on a dangerous threat that has emerged from an alternate timeline, led by the ruthless Titan Havoc. We know that from the in credit scene, I guess you could say, from the last time, previously on Mortal Kombat 1, after all the heroes had duked it out, all the fighters duked it out, and the Shang Tsung, the variant, was gone, Titan Havoc appears and declares that he will do more harm than good, lead us more into anarchy. So to defeat his menace, Fire God Liu Kang must rally his champions and put faith in his enemies before his new era of peace is turned into chaos for the realms. Now, when I was seeing this trailer and thinking about this, I thought, I don't know why, but this pack, this expansion pack just feels a little different. And based off of some of what the leaks have said in the past, as far as, is this going to be the only thing else we get from Mortal Kombat 1? Are we going to get a Combat Pack 3? Is there going to be another expansion pack? Ed Boon has said that there's going to be more things to come, but is it just going to be, year 1 and year 2, and then that's it? And then with the stuff with Warner Bros. Discovery, it's just kind of like, where do we go from here? Is this really it, or is this just like a mid, like a just one story arc, and then another one's going to come later, or what's going to happen? So, I didn't know if we have Titan Shang Tsung gone, and then now we've got possibly Titan Havoc going to be defeated. Obviously, and maybe not. Maybe something transpires and he transforms or does something different. We don't know, but he's gonna be like a one and done villain, like they have like in the the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's one and done villains. I don't know. I just kind of got these vibes. Like, is this just like a middle story arc to get us to the next chapter, or is this the end of Mortal Kombat 1? I'd be curious how you felt about the trailer as far as like the story in the comments down below. But moving on, the bulk of what we saw in the video and then the combat cast is going to be basically moves and buffs, and there's quite a bit of them. So starting it out, let's talk about Garrus and Omni-Man. So there's a clip going around of them fighting, and just to kind of give like a high level overview of what's transpiring as far as their moves and the buffs. Garrus' moves showcased included a mix of teleportation, sand versions of himself, and a time element that stops time, and Omni-Man. Now to contrast this, Omni-Man's moves showcased his flight, speed, and brute force. Again, he's basically like Superman, but demented, with the finishing move including him crushing your spine from the back with one bare hand. Hate to be in the hands of Omni-Man. Moving on, we got Kung Lao in the cameo version. In the clip, the cameo version of Kung Lao uses his razor-rimmed hat to create a rotating blade of protection around Cyrax as she battles Shao Kahn, and then he pops up again using his hat as a ground-approaching blade saw towards Shao. Kung Lao again pops up in the clip, this time as the main fighter. The main fighter version of Kung Lao shows him thrusting his hat towards Li Mei before power kicking down towards her, then completing a set of combo moves that propel them both upwards to the point that Kung Lao does a powered flip kick mid-air. Once they get back to the ground, he continues with another set of combo hits and powered punches, all to then tornado spin back to the other side opposite of her. That's a lot of stuff going on. These clips are very, very action-packed, move intensive. We saw Shang Tsung. The main thing about him is he can now morph into cameos and perform their moves with enhancements. In the clip, we see him transform into Shijinko and Sonya Blade and perform some various moves, so that's kind of cool to see that. We got to see Takeda, him as a main fighter, of course. Now with this clip, it was kind of like all over the place. There was a lot going on, so I couldn't go into all the detail about what was going on between him and Sonya Blade, but they're just moving too fast. But anyways, I will say it was cool to see Takeda set Sonya Blade up for her bicycle kick that she does in an upward motion this time, only for Takeda to follow up with some complementing moves, including a pummeling spiraling down bear hug. I just thought, it just was like da 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 da. It was just a lot going on. But I thought it was really cool. We got Noob Saibot. We got a first look at one of his brutalities where he launches a green chaotic energy ball into Havoc, causing him to explode. Always love those kind of things. We've got Sector, this time as a cameo. the KO version of Sector can now trigger Fatal Blow instead of the main character. The Thinny kind of posted that, and it's only supposedly it's only specific to Sector, but nonetheless, that's quite a plethora of new moves and buffs that are showcased. I know some of those I talked about have already been in the game, but a lot of these, given the the motion in which they're done and the speed at which they're done, it just kind of all happens in a more fluid motion. So that's why I went and just described everything that happens in the clip. So all that's going on with moves. Moving on to skins, we've got quite a bit going on here too. So as user Ice Cream pointed out, we have based off of stuff that's going to happen in a mode I'll talk about later in the video, we're going to possibly get to see Kenshi get his Wuxi skin. Possibly we got Baraka, Reiko, and Garrus also getting new skins. Something that's possibly been leaked, that's been talked about prior in other videos, even in leaks, so that's good to know. We have a new Frost skin that was shown in the launch trailer, more of what's happening in the story mode that's playing out in the cinematics. We've got the Chaos skin variants for certain characters, and there's quite a lot of them, but I've been seeing people online kind of get into the like, okay, I see this one. There's one of like, I think it's Chaos Melina, or her skin, and you know, people are kind of getting on board with that. More of like this kind of mohawk, buzzed head look going on. There was also a lot of showcasing of Empress Melina, Wedding Scorpion, and the Ultimate MK3 versions of Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot in action, which I thought was really cool. So a lot of things going on with skins, and we're always getting new free skins, guys. So I'm kind of curious to see if we get more palettes and stuff going forward for other characters. But that's what we kind of got showcased in the launch trailer and in the combat cast. All right, so the modes is what a lot of people are really talking about, and of course I'm referring to Towers of Time. Towers of Time. So, as the Thinny pointed out and kind of summarized, the Towers of Time are no longer bound to invasions and can be accessed from the main menu. 9 towers are always available, 3 permanent towers, the Arcade Tower for later endings, Seasonal Tower with seasonal skins, Legacy Tower, you can earn old skins that you've missed, which I really like that, because as someone that doesn't get to play Mortal Kombat 1 all the time, as much as I like, it's nice so that I could play a tower and try to earn back stuff that y'all have already accomplished for me. We've got 5 time towers, there's the DLC demo towers, and then there's towers that will grant you points and new currency to draft components to help you then get dragon crystals once a week. The points contribute to your rank in the Towers of Time weekly and grant you free items. Just give you, more things to do, and I feel like with this one it's more of a scheduled events and competitions, so people really like that kind of stuff. Now, to add on to that, we finally got the answer everybody's talking about for Warrior Shrine. So in a previous video we talked about, Fate Unknown confirmed that online practice and Warrior Shrine was coming. So the Warrior Shrine, a lot of us thought what that could be. Well, now we know. It was confirmed and is the top 5 players of Combat League from previous seasons. And if you're not familiar with Combat League, it is a seasonal ranked mode where players compete against each other over the course of several weeks to earn exclusive in-game rewards. So from the picture, Goro, many have pointed out not the same Goro that we have in the game, but a version of Goro, the bulky Goro that we know and love. He's kind of dead center. We also see a different version of Liu Kang in there, but nonetheless, this is our Warrior Shrine, guys, and I like it. I think that's cool, and I think that's a different way to do it, so I'm cool with that. We've also got some new stuff for Invasions. So Invasions now has a mini-map that locates chests and battles, which I think is very helpful. A game mode similar to the bonus stage from Street Fighter Card Demolishing is now in Invasions, where you can destroy arcade machines, and that came from the Thinny. That's very interesting, because then there's little mini games and stuff that you can get in Invasion, so that's kind of cool, I think. And then lastly, let's just talk about some tidbits. So there's a lot of stuff that just didn't kind of fit in any particular category, but nonetheless, it's still newsworthy, and I want to talk about it because it came up in the video. So online practice is coming September 24th. If you want more information about that, covered in another video. Shrine, this is the regular Shrine, was updated with new cameo brutalities. All characters and guests get 2 new brutalities from the permanent season store. 4 new stages with 2 variations each, and 5 chaos variations to existing stages. I think that's pretty cool, because there's a lot of cool stages that we already have out for Mortal Kombat 1, so it's nice to know that we can just kind of, like a light and dark mode kind of thing, turn on the chaos, which I think is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it so far. I'm going to cover another video as far as more specific about Ghostface and the animalities. And of course, I always like to do my Mortal Kombat news mashup, so I'll have some details there, so make sure you're always subscribed to the channel to catch all those great videos. But that's pretty much the bulk of what we got for the Khaos Reigns launch trailer. Again, it's coming on September 24th, which is this upcoming Tuesday, guys. It's finally coming. It's here. But let me know in the comments below what you think about all the Easter eggs, details, the breakdown. Are you excited for Khaos Reigns? Are you excited for the new modes? Are you excited for Towers of Time? Love your thoughts in the comments down below. And that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. If you want more like this one, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.